let me tell you, Google, I gotta get a trucking GPS, man. Google is really just starting to give me a goddamn headache. Google had me, all I had to do was go down 95. All I had to do was go down, right down 95. Google had me, look at this guy. Oh, now you're driving fast, bruh? Where the fuck was that energy for the last 20 minutes? You're driving like a girl. Google had me get off 95 to go down some stupid ass road to get back on 95. Once I realized it and I did the U-turn, I got off live, so I could do that. I drive 10 minutes down 95. It has me get off 95 again. And I'm looking, I'm like, this shit's about to put me on a road I can't be on. And I'm looking, and I'm like, great, now I'm where the cops are. What happens? There's a Maryland cop right there. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Thank God he didn't pull me over. Just to put me back on 95. No, dude, I'm gonna fuck you up, dude. These people are assholes, man. They love to piss us truckers off. Love to piss us off. You do it again, dude. I'm hitting my fucking high beams on you. Stop fucking playing with me, bro. Stay in your fucking lane. You see? Jesus. Fucking pricks. Yeah, playing on your crappy ass phones. Young balls. But, yeah, man, Google literally had me get off my highway, get off 95 to go on some small road, which doesn't make any sense to me because it wasn't saving me any time. It was just taking me off the road to make more time for me. It's like, well, where is the AI? What's the AI thinking? That's what I want to know. It makes me wonder because if I used a different address, I used the one on my Trip Buddy instead of the one that my coworker sends me. I wonder if it just Google's fucking stupid and does that. But yeah, it had me get off the highway, go down the road I can, U-turn back, and then I'm like, all right, gets me to go off again just to get back on it. And I'm like looking, and it had me try to go down 4 more miles on this small road. I'm like, no, 95's right there. Why the fuck would I do that? Man, long story short, this shit was a pain in the ass. But you know, pretty mad too because I had some people in here that we were talking about trucks and shit, and it sucked that Google did that to me. But now I'm good. I'm about 45 minutes away from my terminal, and my load, I don't have to stress too much, thank God, because my load, the doors won't close, the terminal, like my trailer doors won't close until like 3:30. So it gives me like an hour and a half to sit around and do nothing. So in that case, it's like, all right, whatever, not that big of a deal. Still doing the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Still doing it. Still out here finessing. It's coming. I think in like June I'll do it. I want to get the card done for YouTube, and so I can do some other things besides talk about trucks. You know, like I love trucks. I'd say I love driving them and doing this, but sometimes I don't, honestly, because sometimes these trucks can be a fucking headache. But I do enjoy it for the most part. But we're doing a 10K giveaway. I want to give away like either 2 Benchmade knives or something that's at that level. Really good knife. So the winner would win like a good knife, or possibly just a multi-tool. I might ball out and just sell like 2 Leathermans instead, because the Leathermans are nice and you get a blade with it, and I think it's more useful. So I don't know. I might pull the trigger and do the one I got, which I'm blanking out because I'm driving. I can't even believe it. Especially as much as I talked about it. The Leatherman that has the MagnaCut, the one I have that I built, that I don't know why I can't even think of it right now. So you can tell I haven't been doing my EDC stuff like that, because I was so cracked on EDC, tactical this, rugged that. Now I'm like, I don't even remember half the shit. So crazy how my brain works. So I like something, I obsess over it, I forget about everything else. I like this, I obsess over that, I forget about the other thing. It's like, I really got to find balance in my life, man. But anyway, I'll probably give away like 2 really good Leatherman knives with the Magnet Cut or at least S30V, and really good flashlights, 2 really good O-lights, and then I'm going to throw a little sprinkle of something else on top of it. So that giveaway will be dope. It's free. All you have to do is just join a live like I'm doing right now. I'm going to do it in June. I think it gives me enough time because June 13th, I get my car, I get the drag pack put on, I get the full bolt-ons installed, the headers, everything. I'm dyno tuning it. Can't tune because, you know, the ECUs are still locked on the S650, which isn't going to be forever. It's just for now. But I'm going to go Whipple anyway, so I would love to be able to stay NA for a good year and make over 500 on the E85 to the tire, naturally aspirated, but at this point, it's like I've already scaled of how much it's going to cost to supercharge it. It's like 9 grand to supercharge. Well, buy the supercharger kit from Whipple, a stage 2, which comes with injectors, fuel pump booster, intakes, obviously the blower, a bunch of stuff, and then the guy at Evolution Performance told me they install it for 2 grand. So I was like, damn, that's it. They'll dyno it because there's a tune that Whipple's giving. It already comes with a tune, so there's not much calibration or anything I have to do. So you pretty much slap it and make like 730 to the tires on pump gas. So it's like, why wouldn't I do that, right? But I do need, I have to pay like an extra $1,300 because he was recommending, he was like, you gotta do oil gears and the lower crank sprockets because that's the failure point with the Coyote. So I'm gonna change all that out. And then, I don't know, mine runs a little hot more than I'd like it. So I think I'm gonna do an MMR oil cooler just to make sure that, you know, it's not a performance pack car, it's a base with the pony package. It's a 301 car, so I figured to do that just to be on the safe side. And yeah, so June 13th is when I get all that stuff put on. And after that, I just want to enjoy myself, do the giveaway, and just enjoy my summer, honestly. Go to some car events, some shows, some roll racing, maybe travel a little bit and work, save. Get my experience. Obviously, I'm working for FedEx. Technically, I'm not working for FedEx. I'm working for a company that subcontracts to FedEx. And I pull freight for that company for FedEx. Which isn't bad. You know, it's nice. It's just you're driving. Oh, somebody's on a motorcycle sitting on the side of the road. That's crazy. It's not bad. It's chilling. It's cool. So it's different, you know. Driving doubles is a different thing. Like, I finally got to drive my first 53 one time, and I was so happy because all you're doing is hooking up, dropping the landing, raising the feet on the landing gear, hooking your glads. As long as you're hooked in on the 5th wheel, you're done. You can just go bye-byes. You got doubles, you gotta go grab a dolly. You gotta grab a dolly. You have to, why my ears listen? You gotta grab a dolly. You gotta, whatever, either your lightest load or you're empty, you have to put the dolly in front. You gotta hook up your other trailer, then reverse it to the dolly, get back out the truck, hook it onto the hitch of the trailer, and then reverse it in, and pray to God it hooks onto the second trailer, and then raise up 2 landing gears, and then you're putting on 3 sets of glad hands, you know, your pinch hooks, and just annoying. Plus, you can't get away with certain things with like a doubles compared to 53. Like a 53, if you go down a road that you can't get through, like you can't fit or something, you can at least reverse it out. With a double, you can't because they're both swinging. It's like how a 53-foot trailer is, and it's on a kingpin, and it's always having to turn. It can never just go straight back like your car. So you always are just counteracting it, which is pretty easy once you learn the maneuver. But with a double, you can't do that. You know, you can if you're really good, but barely, like in a parking lot. You can't just do that on some like Joe Smo shit. Like So you get stuck down a wrong road, you're fucked. You're gonna have to detach everything and pull that trailer one by one back out. It is a nightmare. So driving doubles is like a whole nother level of insecurity. Makes you fucking anxious. But what's cool is you're always just driving to a terminal. So a terminal's big, it has its, parking lot, but some of them aren't, right? Especially when they have you going somewhere you never been. Like they have you go to Trenton. I'm like, I've never been to Trenton. I get around, I'm like, man, it was actually pretty easy, just the location there, it was a little shasty. But it sucked. It sucked because I was just sitting there thinking the whole time, like, man, like, I just wish I was just going to this one terminal or this one, not bouncing back and forth. But I think as time goes on with this company, I'll learn all the terminals, I'll learn the ways to go, and then it'll get easier. I also got to invest into a trucking app because Google had me get off 95 to go down some stupid way to get back on 95. So then I U-turned, ended the live, went back, got on 95, 10 minutes later it tells me to get off just to go down a small road to get back on 95. I'm like, why the fuck would you do that? Like, what's the AI thinking with that? Like, it makes no sense. Like, it's not saving me time. There was no time saving with that. I'm going on the same road I would have been on. So all it did was just take me back farther, make me work harder. And then, of course, I'm in Maryland. These cops are assholes out in Maryland. So what I do, I drive by a school and there's a cop sitting right there. I'm like, oh, great. Let me get fucking pulled over right now and get bitched at, right? These DOT motherfuckers, man. Trucking is not all that. I'll tell you. You get your experience, you get your time in, you get no accidents. You can make some good money for sure, but it is bullshit because everything is blamed on the truck driver. Like, they'll be like, everything's up to you. But then all right, think about it like this. You got a load. You got to take a load somewhere, and there's a certain time, a threshold you got to get there. And if you don't get there in time, if you don't get there in time, you're in trouble. Because at the end of the day, it gets flagged, FedEx gets pissed off, all this shit, then your boss gets pissed off, right? But in school, they'll be like, always do your pre-trip, always check this, check that, blah, blah, take your time, be safe. Listen, that shit goes out the fucking door when you're actually working for somebody. You're literally, hurry up and blah, 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 you're pre-trip and you're fucking trying to get going. Because you're like, if I don't get on the fucking road, the more time it takes for me to hook up and shit, like the other night I'm like this, I'm like damn near falling asleep driving, I'm like, yo, I need to pull the fuck over. Oh, but I gotta get this load here. If I don't get this load here, they're gonna bitch, right? So it's like they put you in situations, and then if something happens, you're still blamed. So you're always blamed. I don't like that. I don't like always being the person being blamed for everything. That's the one thing. And I mean, that's any job to an extent, right? But like, with truckers, they apply pressure with that shit. And then you got DOT, Department of Transportation, who would love to pull you over and do an inspection on your truck and be like, your brake pads are small or some stupid shit, and write you a ticket. And the company's not going to pay for it. They're going to expect you to pay for it. You go down a small little street, right, and a cop's sitting there. You 1 mile over the speed limit, decelerating. That might give you a ticket that's 6 points that'll keep you on the job for 2 years. So you think like, it's not about how good of a driver you are, it's not how good your pre-trip is, it's literally like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You're fucked. There ain't nothing you can do. Which makes me think, trucking's cool, but what's the longevity of trucking? You know what I mean? How long realistically can I be a truck driver before either I get replaced by AI, or some asshole pulls in front of me and I hit him, or a DOT guy pulls me over and writes me a big ticket? It's so fucking nerve-wracking, man. It's like, I keep telling myself that, like, if something happens in trucking, like, I'm going to be a plumber. Like, straight up. Like, I'm going to do some other trade that I ain't got to deal with this shit. And they can have my damn commercial license. I'm like, fuck y'all. Give me that standard back, because I can do whatever I want with a standard license. Y'all can't even fuck with me. That commercial license, it's like, they all eyes on you. But, at the same time, I feel like the more experience you get, the longer you do it, You'll be okay. You know, you'll be alright. It ain't the end of the world. I'm trying to move down Florida. I'm hoping trucking will be better. My boy does roofing. That's another thing I can do. Go do roofing. Really just trying to get my bag up, build this car, finish my tats, my sleeves, my chest. Go do some other shit and then save, and just dip. So I'm probably gonna go get another part-time and try to work during the day and then come drive at night. It's gonna be rough, but the way I look at it, you gotta make a lot of money. The idea is I have enough money when I move to Florida. I got a couple months paid off. If I take 5-6 weeks to just shit around and go on the beach every morning and bullshit, you know what? Hey, that's alright with me. You know what I mean? And then once I live down there, I don't care. I'm content. I don't give a fuck if I'm in the biggest house or, you know, I'm fucking a millionaire. I don't give a shit because at the end of the day, I'm chilling. Oh, I don't got a girlfriend. Oh, who gives a fuck? I'm in Florida. They're everywhere. You know, but being on the East Coast, it's like, man, I'm so sick of this area. I'm so sick of the people. Like, I'm just sick of the lifestyle, man. It's like when it's sunny out and it's not super hot, it's beautiful in certain aspects. And then when it's wintertime, it's miserable. Then when it's super summertime, it's almost miserable because it's so fucking hot with the humidity and there's no ocean. And people be like, oh, Florida's so humid. Yeah, but you're by an ocean, dickhead. There's wind. There's wind and water around you. You come out here, there ain't shit out here. Fucking forest. Or you can go live in the city and stare at concrete all day, right? I don't know why, my ears like popped. But yeah, that's my little trucking rant. But it's chilling. I think trucking is a good way to make some money. I don't know how long somebody can truthfully be doing trucking. Like, I used to think like, oh, I'll do it forever, but the more I do it now and the bullshit they put us through, it's like, and I don't know, it makes me want to have a trade where I can go my own business. Parts of me feel like, get my truck, that's what I was originally going to do. I was going to get a truck, get a little flatbed, or like a one-car trailer and do some towing, like if somebody breaks down. But as time went on, I'm like, man, the kind of truck I want, I can't really afford. And if I go get a new one, I can't do this, I can't do that. And I just started being like, man, I just want a fast car again. I want a muscle car. I want a V8. Even though technically the Mustang's a sports car, but still, you know, that Coyote's muscle regardless. I'm happy with it. I love that fucking car. That's why I'm dumping all my money into it right now. But I promise y'all, in like 6 weeks, that car is going to look like a fucking dark horse. That shit's going to look so crazy. Loud as hell, rowdy with the beat blocks. Like, that shit's going to look so good. Then I can chill. I'm going to have more content. Because you got to understand, as a YouTuber, I've been doing this for 7 years. You can only talk about one thing and be one niche kind of person. And that's why I changed my channel from K-Power Performance to Unplug with Preston. Because I like to unplug you from the matrix and expose the truth. And I like to talk about different things. I don't want to be one of them guys that talks about the same shit. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Now I'm driving safe. I ain't never had no car accidents or backed into anything. I'm good at that aspect. But, you know, I like to talk about different things and shit. You know, like when I only made car content, that shit got annoying and repetitive because, you know, it's very hard when you got people like TJ Hunt and shit like that, which I love TJ. I'm just saying, like, it's hard because, you know, these guys can buy a car and build it in one episode. You know, like, who can compete with that? An average blue-collar guy can't compete with that, right? We take years to build our car the way we want, right? But there's more love put into it, too, in that aspect. So that's why I make the content I make. I might talk about trucking. I might make shit about cars. I might make a video one day about girls, right? Like, I really don't give a shit. Because at the end of the day with YouTube, like, you gotta just make what you want to make and realize, like, it's content and you just gotta enjoy it and love it. And when I used to do it, I loved it, and then it got to the point where it felt like a job, right? I felt like, yo, this isn't a passion anymore. This is a fucking job, bro. This shit is starting to piss me off. And then I felt overwhelmed, and then I burned out. I got the YouTube burnout. I burned the fuck out. And now I'm like, you know what? If I don't post for 2-3 weeks, it is what the fuck it is. Like, it ain't about me making videos every second. Because you know what it is? It's not organic. It's not real, right? Like, if I'm making a video twice a week, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be stressed the fuck out, and I'm going to sit there and be butthurt if it doesn't do good with engagement, and I'm also not going to put a lot of love and thought into it. So now I take a step back, and I'm like, when I make a video, I want that shit to help somebody. Like, I'm here to serve you, right? It's my job to give you something to either learn about, starting to rain, something to either like, you hear the windshield wipers? Ew, that's annoying. Either something to learn about or something to be entertained or something that's just enjoyable. Because let's face it, YouTube's been around since I was 16 in high school. So YouTube has been like my educator for so many things with cars, women, life in general. So like, I know that like I'm selling you guys a product, right? I'm selling you something, and I don't mean like to sell you something to buy. Like, I'm giving you a service to help you in your life. So that's how I look at YouTube now. How am I helping somebody? Because what they say is the more you can help people, the more God will help you. So I'm always trying to figure out, what can I really help people with? What can I give? Because as soon as I had that mindset, my channel took off, and I'm like, you know what? I'd rather sit back and chill and either be motivating, help somebody through a hard time, or give some life advice, or at least a video that's cool. But if I'm just picking topics off the explore page and trying to make a video because I want viewership, because I want money, it's stupid. It's fucking dumb. You know, it makes no sense. I don't care about YouTube paying me. You know, I make like $100 a month. Like, ooh, that shit is not paying nothing. That money will come and I forget it was even in there. You know, and that's how it is. One day, hey, maybe one day I'll make some money, right? But the way I look at it, you can never put your eggs in one basket. You never want to put your eggs all in one basket, because if you do, well, you're shit out of luck when shit goes sideways. That's why when people say, I can't have a plan B, because that means that I'm already preparing myself to fail, or that means I'll give up. That's the stupidest shit I fucking heard. You can be locked in the same fucking way and still have other things going on in the background. That's called security, motherfucker. That's called maturity. You should always have something going on in the background. You should never in your life just be like, yeah, I'm only doing this. That's just gonna fucking hurt you in the long run. Fuck that, you know. So I'd rather be one of those guys who always has something going for me. If that's YouTube, if that's making car content, if that's working a CDL job, if that's... I hate this fucking Volvo. Volvos get on my nerves. Whatever it is, you know, whatever it is, at the end of the day, you should always have something going on for yourself, man. You never want to get to the point where you're just sitting there thinking to yourself, man, I just got fired from this job. What am I going to do? It's like that. You don't want to ever be in that position. You always want to feel like, all right, I got something else going on. That's why, truthfully, I want another job. I want another job because if something happens with this job, I want to easily be able to say, well, you know what? I got a car note and I got bills. All right, I'll pick up some more shifts where I can work longer. Or, hey, I got something coming in, right? A little something's better than nothing. And that's the thing is like my one friend, he just lost his job after 12 years of being at a company. I told his ass a bunch of times, I said, bro, you gotta do something else. You gotta go get a CDL, go, you know, what else do you want to do? Never listened to me. Thought he was going to retire there. What they do? Fire his ass. Now what's he doing? Sitting around wondering what the fuck he's going to do, because he was a detailer, you know? Like, yeah, you go get another detail job, but you're not going to be making almost $30 an hour doing detail unless you own your own business. And if that was the case, If that's the fucking case, you should have been saving up and already doing details on the side. But people get too content. You know, I always tell people we're too young to be this content. That's my problem. I always want more. I never am satisfied. That's what I'm hoping when I go to Florida. I hate getting shit stuck in my teeth. I gotta get rid of my wisdom. That's why I tell people never keep all eggs in one basket. That's why I'm hoping when I move to Florida, I'm like, well, you know what? I love the area I live in. I love my life. I'm good. This is chilling to me. This is awesome. I'm happy to die out here, you know, and I'm never thinking like, oh, what's next? What's next? Even though I know when I get there, I'll still think like that because by nature, I'm always going to think like that. But at the same time, I feel like the East Coast is annoying as hell, let alone Delaware, the area I've been in my whole life. I'm ready to go. And I feel like once I move, I'll feel good in that aspect of like, okay, I live in the area I dreamed about. I'm happy. I'm cool. I love this area. Maybe I might move to a different part down the road in Florida. Okay, that's fine. But I'm in the state I want to be in. I'm in a conservative Republican place where the gun laws are good. Self-defense is good. There's no emissions. I don't have to deal with the cops fucking harassing me for a loud exhaust. You know? Oh, there's no property tax, so I don't have to worry about being charged 11 grand a year after I've already paid a fucking house off. Like, stupid shit. You know? So it's just like shit like that. That's why I'm going so hard to build this car, because I'm like, yo, when I move to Florida, I want my car with a Whipple already done up. I can move to Florida. I'm like, I got the dope car. I got I got my sleeves done, my chest done, my neck's done. I can just chill and focus on my legs. Yeah, I can focus on my little legs, work out, be on the beach with my dogs, and who knows? Either take my ex/girlfriend with me, or I'm fucking out and I'll make a new girl, you know? Who knows? Well, nice talking to y'all. I'm getting the fuck up off this bitch. You feel me? Okay, how do we exit?